property untouched for 70 years and reopened in Paris. For 7 decades a property located in the city of Paris remained completely closed to the world. The lady who had abandoned their rent faithfully paid but did not tell anyone about this hiding place. After his recent death, the family discovered this amazing treasure. Outside of any window in Paris sees today XXI century Paris, with its modern dress, their politicians elected in a democratic way, and of all things, sees mainly the economic crisis of an entire continent lived the past 70 years, the pinnacle of capitalism. But surprisingly, behind the scenes of a modest apartment in the City of Light is a time capsule, a property that was abandoned shortly before the outbreak of World War II and until a few days had never been opened. The property belonged to Mrs. Martha Florian, a beautiful actress and socialite French belle epoque, who moved to southern France in mid-1944, claiming escape the war and never returned to the capital. After his recent death at the age of 91, his heirs began searching for an inventory so that their assets could be divided, and then the apartment was reopened. After 70 years of this time capsule closed, the first team finally entered this amazing space and compared the feeling of the first view of the entry into the castle of Sleeping Beauty, where time had stood since 1900. The amount of dust and cobwebs were countless, and the overwhelming silence. And when I see the pictures, it seems to me that the stateness of things enact the story of a decade that can never be felt again so as authentic as this experience could provide. The first things noticed by Olivier Chopin-Genvry, the man who made the discovery, it was a stuffed ostrich, a dresser and a Mickey Mouse dating from before the war. All 3 items are really provocative and keep itself a timeless touch. The guard dresser and vanity love stories lived by his owner who crossed all those years, as well as ostrich stuff wanting to cheat death withstood the passage of time. But the only thing that really remains alive today in essence is the eternal contemporary Mickey Mouse. When the team thought he saw in the middle of all this treasure chest, he realized that this was something more amazing property. Behind the front door there was a picture of a beautiful woman dressed in pink, and along the table had love letters tied with colorful ribbon. One of the team members' inventory suspected that this piece was a very important member of the treasure. After reviewing in detail the framework, we reached the conclusion that it was a painting by Giovanni Boldini, one of the most important Impressionist painters of the Belle Epoque Paris. And the woman was herself portrayed Mrs. de Florian, owner of the property, its age 24. And his letters were declarations of love for Boldini, who was married, but still had a lover muse. After this discovery the picture was the auction and successfully bid value of $3 million, a world record for the artist. This property holds many secrets, as the heart of Mrs. de Florian. There lived a beautiful woman who was involved with a great artist who left for society as a result a beautiful frame. Just do not know why Mrs. de Florian has abandoned the property for many years, but have made a point of paying the same rent regularly. There is much speculation about his departure. It may have been to escape from the Nazis or impossible to keep the love he felt for Boldini alive and untouched forever.